Well, I thought I'd give you a tour of the frosted plants in our garden. So just coming through the arch down the side, and here's this lovely little brown thing. That's that one with the blue flowers. And if you kind of come close, you can see some green back in there, so that's good. Okay, as we come along here, this is the hibiscus section, and you'll see the hibiscuses. That this guy has every leaf frosted in him. So it's amazing. I assume it's still alive. I just need to give it a good prune. Then we come to this guy, nice fellow. It's still alive. And another one. That was a ground cover. It was a purple leaf. It's going to be dead. This guy, you can see that it's quite a high one. It's actually got a couple of green shoots down the bottom, so that's good. And then for the sixth one, the fifth one, it's looking pretty miserable. Here's my bougainvillea. You can see there's every leaf's gone on it. Yeah, just the end of the flower. It's been frosted. This is my little crown of thorns. That has the red flower. The stem's still green, so it'll come back. This was, it's got a golden leaf. I know we've got it at home. And I think Mum, you might even have one too. I can't remember the name. Yeah, I can't remember. Okay, so just looking around the corner, this is my begonias and marigold's bed. You can just see that there, just absolutely devastated. And the geranium's dead. Yeah, so they really got hit. You can see the colour of the grass. You can see through there's a bit of green that way. So coming through, this is lantana. I think it's still alive, or at least it was last year. Okay, well these guys are dead. They were just, they were really pretty coalless, so they were dead, so you expect that. Here's another nice crown of thorns, and that was a very pink flower. I think it's got a little bit of a green shoot down the bottom, but most of that is shot. This guy, that's a lovely succulent, and you can see the kind of so that's all dead, but there's some green back in there, and so I think that'll live. The guy in the corner there's Pride of India. It loses its leaves, so it's not dead. This guy, I'm not sure what the shrub is. It had a little yellow flower. But on the tag it said -1 that it's safe for. Well, it was obviously less than -1. That was an umbrella. It's going to be okay. This guy's really sad. It was a succulent, and it's obviously really hit. That was I can't remember what his name was. Okay, so coming around here, see there's some green in the grass, but then it ends, and you can kind of see that it's all frosted. Okay, these guys were pretty. They had white flowers. This is underneath trees here, so you're just looking up trees, so you can see the tree over top. There's some bromeliads just through there. See if I can bring it a bit closer. Yeah, there we go. They're frosted, so they're dead. Okay, you can see the top of my pawpaw trees through there. They were looking really nice. I'll just come back this way. You can see the pawpaws on the bottom, on the ground. That was a red leaf thing, but the pawpaws will be cut back. I assume they're still alive, but lost all the fruit. Then here's another lantana, this guy, so pretty miserable. And that's another coalless, obviously dead. This guy, I'm not sure if he's dead or not. Is the monarch butterfly. You might have seen it on wildlife shows. It gets a lovely orange flower. that it's all frosted. Then yeah, that's my petunias. They're coming through quite okay. This is that it's a purple grass. Well, it's all frosted, but I assume it'll come up from the bottom. Okay, that's the Cape honeysuckle. Gets that orange flower, and it's mostly hit. That's another little succulent, the same one that was before. Just amazing. Here's another one of those blue shrubs, and then this was a purple ground cover. And I'll show you one out the front. You can see it's just flat on the ground. Another thing there, there's a dwarf Mexican hat plant. It's got a bit of green down the bottom, so that'll be okay. Here's one of the succulents. It's not pretty, it's dead, so it's just green, and it's just a result of the frost. It might shoot up from the bottom, but what you can see is all dead. That's another one of the plants. I think it had a blue and white flower, that one. It's that same family that you were going to buy something at Bunnings from. Okay. Then over here, whatever that was, I think that was a sage. That's dead. This guy, I'm surprised he got frosted. I didn't think he would. He gets a red puffy flower. And some of my petunias look okay. This is a kangaroo paw, and it didn't get frosted, so it's looking quite good. And then out the back here we've got hibiscus for the corner. I'll just bring that up. Yeah, so he's almost 6 foot, that guy. Yeah, and then just tucked in beside him was a I don't know what the little ground cover was, but it was a blue flower. You can see it's totally gone. So I don't know if it'll come back or not. Yeah, so just kind of looking in the corner, you can kind of see it's all a bit of a mess with brown grass. But hopefully most of that's going to live. I just need to give it a good haircut in a month's time. Okay, so coming down the side here, it's still green here. It's obviously between the houses. The hibiscus that I showed to start off with, well, that's between the houses as well. So I was surprised that it did so badly. This is my yuccas, little yucca bed here, and they survive. They're in it. Isn't he a nice little fellow? If you can see him, it's a yucca. I paid $15 for him, but I just thought he was really interesting. Okay, coming down the side, and this is my bed out the front that had so many pretty flowers that they were impatiens, and you can just see that. Look, they're just totally shot. Yeah, that was a guy that was flat out the back. I said I'd show you one of him. Well, there's more cover here, so he survived. The bromeliads have been frosted. You can see the colour changing their leaves. There's a clivia there. I'm hoping that it might even flower this year. It didn't get frosted. Yeah, see, that was a pretty purple leaf thing. Just kind of following through. Just kind of see this is, I just bring closer. That guy looks like it's going to shoot from the bottom. Some of them are going to shoot from the bottom. Yeah, but they're certainly hit pretty bad. Quite amazing, actually. Here's that. I said there's some things underneath the tree that were so pretty that had been frosted. Well, here's one of the flowers. It's very pretty, and they're kind of out at the moment, or they were out before they got frosted. See that? See, they've got all frost damage, and so yeah, they're looking a bit sad. Well, that's the garden. That's what it looks like after the frost. And so yeah, I think while I'm here, I might as well just go out to the street and show you up the street. So just so you see, that's the house next door, or across the road from us. Yeah, it's just looking down the street. There you go, the next door. Our next door neighbour's got it's a single guy. He's just bought himself a BMW, one with, and this is Bill and Telly's house here. Yeah, the BMW. So I'm going to finish it off. BMW is just 17,000. It looks pretty damn new. I assume it's a few years old. but it looks really nice. Okay,